Looks like we are live. Okay. Instagram Marketing 101, growing your gram. I hope everybody can hear me. Should be able to hear me. Let's just make sure. If you guys can hear me, there is a little applause button. Try clicking that. Or there's a comment group chat area. You can click that as well. And just let me know you hear me. So I hope hope my audio is working. It should be working at this point. But let's go into our Instagram Marketing 101, growing your gram. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I know how important your time is. And to me, more valuable than money is time, because you can't get back time, but you can get back money. So let's go into a couple things that you're going to be learning in this session is what it takes to create a professional account, how to optimize your posts for best engagement, hacks to increase exposure on Instagram, which apps which apps are absolutely needed and should be used to build your account. What are S for S's, or shout for shouts, or share for shares? You can say a million different ways, and why it's crucial to your growth, the importance of hashtags and why you need to use them, and which hashtags to use and what not to use. Where to get great images. I found some really awesome websites where you can download royalty-free images that will really enhance your posts, whether you have a quote post or you have a regular just luxury account or fashion account, whatever the case may be, and why good is the enemy of great. All right, let's see. What does it take? What does it take to be absolutely great? It takes commitment. When I first started Instagram 6 months ago, I got into the first couple weeks, and it's slow growing while you're first starting out. And that can really bear down on you and really get you discouraged. So it's going to take you setting your mind in the right direction, setting your sail, so to say, in the right direction, the way that the wind is headed. So, commitment means, knowing that this is not going to be an overnight fast track to success, but this is going to be, a commitment to the long haul. It's going to take endurance. When I think of endurance, I think of a runner or a racer. When you're running that race, you know that at a certain point in that marathon or in that, that race that you're running, you're going to hit a wall. And endurance means once you hit that wall, you keep going, you get your second wind, and you keep running. It's going to take leadership. Leadership is setting yourself apart and being a leader in this field, being an expert, being an authority in your niche and in your field. Leadership means, setting yourself apart, not just copying people's posts, but maybe creating your own posts, not copying people's descriptions or usernames. Or I know too many accounts that copy someone's username just to kind of ride on their coattails. That's not a leader, that's a follower. It's going to take a positive mindset. Positive mindset means, man, you're going all the way. No matter what happens, you're not going to get down and discouraged. Hey, there's going to be times where you're going to get down and discouraged, but it's really taking a positive mindset means staying in an attitude of, gratefulness, thankfulness, staying in an attitude of, you're going to make it rather than this is going to be a big flop. You know what? Instagram is just one avenue that you can grow your business. There's so many social media accounts and platforms out there that, even if Instagram all of a sudden blew up tomorrow, there's still other things that you can do, which is pretty cool. So bear with me one sec. Just had to shut my door so we don't get any distractions. So next is what we're going to talk about: optimizing our profile. I'm 60K in, and believe it or not, I'm probably considered a noob in the whole Instagram world because there's accounts with hundreds of thousands of people. But I've learned along the way certain things, and I want to share them with you. Optimization. How do we optimize our Instagram profile to absolutely dominate the market? Well, number one, we need to choose a username. And Listen, this is not taught in many classes or webinars that I've seen. You need to choose a really good username and a name. So let me give you the difference. Your name is, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Let's see if you can see my mouse. Your name would be in this area right here. It's your motivation, inspiration, life. That's kind of what I chose to be the name for my account. Your username is the Successor. That's your username. Now, what are the difference? Well, you can search both Successor and motivation, inspiration, life in the search field in your Instagram app or online. Okay, what does that mean? Well, it's kind of like search engine optimization, SEO. You want to put in your username, you want to put in your name area. This is your name area. You want to put in something that pertains to your niche or your market that you are trying to reach out to. So for instance, I have a motivational account, an inspirational account. I give life quotes. So what I'm going to put in there is motivation, inspiration, life. My username is based on the name that I came up with for my business or my website or my blog, The Successor. Successor.com is my web domain. So it coincides with kind of my brand on all of my other accounts as well. The Successor is what my name is. So the Successor, what does the Successor mean? I wasn't planning on this being part of the free webinar, but the Successor means someone who desires to succeed in life, someone who succeeds at anything they put their hand to, a successor, kind of like a hipster, that term that they use for the dudes with the beard and long hair. Well, I was kind of a hipster until I shaved my beard. That's what my wife called me. So a successor is just one who just plans to succeed no matter what the stakes. Okay. So let's get back to username and name. Username and name are very important. You can rank higher on search engines and Instagram internal search engine by putting a really catchy name in this field right here. So that's something important that you should know. It should be something like a key phrase that you use or some keywords that that relate to your market or your brand. I'll also go on to the next one. Create a bio and keep it to 150 max characters. Won't let you go further than that. So here's what I said. I said, create a bio on the web. Why is this important? Creating a bio in Instagram has changed over the course of probably the last couple months. And it now currently won't let you kind of how you press return on a keyboard and you jump a space downwards. Well, on the app, it won't let you do that any longer. So it just lets you kind of write a long run-on sentence, and then it kind of formats your paragraph for you. So if you go to the website of Instagram, instagram.com, log into your account, click on Edit My Profile, you'll be able to edit your profile and use your return key to jump down a space. So this is how I got these little dash marks here, dash here, dash here, dash here, free webinar, blah, blah, blah. So you can't do that necessarily on the app. You used to be able to, and you used to be able to put emojis in there and the whole, the whole package, but for some reason they took away that privilege. So you can still do it online on the website. That's something very important to know. So I encourage you to do that as well. You go into your website, click Edit Profile, and you can do that there. Your logo is very important. Your logo is something that is going to be recognizable to your brand. It's going to be something that people see and know. If you think about logos and branding in general, a good company that brands themselves very well is like, for instance, Google. Well, recently they changed their logo, but for years it was the same logo, same colors on everything that their name was attached to. It was the same logo. Too many times different companies have different logos for different things, or different pictures or different profile accounts for different things. Well, good rule of thumb is to keep your logo consistent. I haven't changed my logo probably in 4 months. 4 months ago, I really created this logo and I liked it and I wanted to stick with it. So that's important to have this logo on this, have it on your Snapchat, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, kind of just go across the board with the same logo. If you have a personality account, for instance, awesome guy on Instagram, Agent Stevens, or my friend Rich 20 something Daniel, they have their picture as their profile. Well, they kind of cast their profile on Instagram as it's almost like a personality, like instead of a company, they're representing themselves. They're representing Agent Stevens. He's representing himself. So he has a picture of himself. Daniel's representing his kind of his self in through his Rich 20 something website. So you can do that as well, but you really make sure it's a high quality, crisp picture. And then the link is the last area to use to really optimize your profile for better ranking within the Instagram platform. What do you want to put here? You can really put anything here. Anything goes in this URL area, this link area. If you have a web page where you're selling products, stick it in there. You can get more specific, and if you have a post for a specific product or service, you can then put an individual specific link for that product or service in there as well. It just doesn't have to go straight to your website. It can go to a web page where your product is on, where they can click buy now. One of the other things is you can use for this is a landing page. Right now I have it set up to a landing page, and this is probably how you got to this webinar. If you're watching the replay, you can go ahead and click on my link. Probably now I'll have something different up there, but it'll be a landing page where it will collect your email address in exchange for, I don't know, I have a free Instagram money making mastery checklist. You can get that for free. And I can put that up in a second to show you that as well. But you can put up a link to a landing page where you collect emails, and we'll go into email collection a little later, and I'll show you how important and why it's so important to collect emails even when you're starting out brand new. Because by the time you're at 60K, 100K, man, you'll have hundreds and hundreds of emails in your email service provider, your email list. And I'll show you a little later why the money is in the list. I don't know if you've heard that phrase before. So let's go on to the next one. Let's see. What did I do there? On to the next one. Computers could be your best friends or your worst enemies. All right, so more exposure. How do we get more exposure on Instagram? What do we do to gain? What are some hacks that we can use to gain more exposure on Instagram? Well, we've come up with a few throughout the couple months, throughout the 6 months that we've been doing Instagram. 60K in 6 months is pretty damn good. Now, I know other people who have done it in 3 months. 6 months they're at 100K. Well, listen, there's different ways to grow your account. If you have deep pockets, man, you can grow your account to 100K in a couple weeks, but you got to invest into your account. If you look at Instagram like a business, you invest into your business to grow. You invest into marketing, you invest into advertisements, you invest into getting your name out there. It's the same thing. If you look at Instagram as a potential stream of income, you're going to want to invest into that business. So I've invested a couple $100, nothing much. But I know people that have dropped thousands. I'm not going to name any names right now. So let's see. Post multiple times a day. You may have heard this. Now, my philosophy is recently changing when it comes to posting multiple times a day. Posting multiple times a day meant for me in the very beginning posting 5 to 6 times a day, sometimes even more. There were times, it was nuts. There were times where I'd wake up in the middle of the night just to get another post in. Now, as effective as that can be because of different time zones, man, you do that for a few months straight, it'll burn you out. And I got to the place where I was just shot. And, I just wanted to give up Instagram and just kind of throw in the towel because it just took a toll on me. And really it becomes, it's not that you're addicted to social media and you're addicted to it's no, you're actually building a business. You're building a brand. So you want to do everything you can to get your brand out in front of as many people as possible so that they know who you are. I have a blueprint in one of the pages of my blueprint. Hello, my name is the Successor. And then there's little bubbles underneath, little thought bubbles and word bubbles that says, who? Who are you? Why do I care? That type of thing. Well, listen, unless you're an absolute, athletic star or a Hollywood actor or somebody really famous, nobody's going to know who you are. So the reason why we post multiple times a day is to get on people's feeds at multiple times a day. Now, recently my philosophy has changed because I've went from posting 5-6 times a day to maybe posting 3 really specific honed in moments throughout the day. The times that I think and I feel, and even I've researched through analytics when people are viewing my account the most, or when they're able to view my posts at the most ideal time for them. So post multiple times a day. That could be twice a day, it could be 3 times a day. If you're just starting out, try 4 to 5 times a day. I wouldn't post any closer than every 4 hours because then you might get too cluttered, might get on people's nerves if you're actually posting too much. Then all they see is your account. I know that annoys the heck out of me. Use hashtags. We'll go into hashtags in a few moments, but hashtags, you have the ability to use up to 30 hashtags. Hashtags are very important, but recently they've changed. Instagram's algorithm has really dropped the importance of hashtags, but they're still important. Now, what you used to be able to do is you used to be able to go back to old pictures and throw on a new set of hashtags, and it would bump your picture all the way up to the top of the list, the top of the hashtag search list. So if you clicked on a search, if you had a picture of a Nike sneaker and you put the hashtag Nike in there, well, if you went to the hashtag search area on Instagram, your picture would be at the top. Well, several hours later, if you go back and you put a new hashtag on there, Nike 1 or Nike 2 or just something random, well, that would bump your picture all the way up to the top of the list again. But they recently changed that in where they only go by when your picture was published. They don't go by when the hashtag was placed on your pictures. I don't know if that really makes any sense to anybody or if it flies over your head. Use hashtags. Don't use all 30. Use a handful of maybe 5 to 10. Rotate through several different lists of hashtags. There's plenty of places to get hashtags online. That's where your research and your customer research is going to go into, and your marketing research is going to go, where you're researching your niche and finding out what keywords are really important to your niche and your demographic. So use hashtags. My recommendation is don't put them in the description area, but put them in after you post and post your description, put them in the first comment. Let your first comment be hashtags, because after several comments, it'll actually disappear in the feed and they'll still be useful. Last area to gain more exposure is to comment and like many, many pictures. Now, these could be pictures of people that you follow. These could be pictures of people that you don't follow. The idea behind commenting and liking on other pictures is letting people notice that you're there, getting them to the point where they see your comment and say, hey, oh, cool. Well, who's this person that's commenting on my picture? And they click on your account. They go to your account. 9 times out of 10, they're going to click like or they're going to click follow because you liked one of their pictures. So one of the ways that I've grown my account is, I used to sit there for an hour and I used to click on a specific hashtag, that had to do with my niche or motivation or inspiration or whatever the case may be. And I would go and I would click and I would like through the list of people that had that hashtag, and I would just like 100 pictures in a row. And the cool thing about that was they would reciprocate. They would come back to my account, they'd follow me, and they'd like a whole bunch of my pictures. So commenting and liking on pictures is an awesome way to get your face out there in front of people. What are some really important apps that you absolutely I thought that was kind of funny. Maybe that just totally went over your heads. Absolutely. Hope I spelled that right. Anyway, what apps are really crucial and needed for a successful Instagram business or Instagram project that you're working on? Well, this is a screenshot of my phone. I have this GroupMe app, and I'm a part of like 100 different freaking groups, and they just talk all day and all night long. And so I have to just mute my phone. But sometimes I'll go back and I'll have 500, 600 notifications just from that app. So GroupMe is great because you can form little mastermind groups. You can form little chats with friends that are maybe in the same niche as you. You can develop little I don't know, anybody that you want to invite to a group, you can invite to a group in there, and it's a great way to just kind of communicate with people. Instagram, obviously. Fiverr's great for there are things on Fiverr you can do. Instagram advertisements, Instagram posts can be created for you for $5. You can get t-shirts made, you can get graphics made, people can build you websites. That may be a little more than $5, but a lot of services start at $5. I love Fiverr. I use it for a lot of different things. Crowdfire is an absolute must. I would say get Crowdfire. Get it now. Download it now while you're watching this InstaCast, and log into your account. A lot of people say Crowdfire is dangerous and their accounts get shut down for it. I'll tell you my personal experience. I use it for 5 or 6 different accounts that I have. Yes, I have 5 or 6 different accounts. I'm not going to tell you all their names, but my biggest account is the Successor. All the other ones are little that I'm growing now. But I have them and I use it actively, and I have never gotten banned or shut down for using it. Now, I contacted Crowdfire directly and I asked them if using their app is dangerous, and they said absolutely not. And they said that they abide by Instagram's terms of service 100%, and they're compliant. So that's personal experience. My disclaimer says kind of use it at your own risk, but I use it. I'll tell you that much. And what you can do in Crowdfire is you can do so many different things. There's statistics you can look up. You can look up how many followers you have, how many followers you lost, how many new followers came. You can look up if somebody's actually your friend. You can look up secret admirers, people who aren't following you but always like your pictures. And the key feature of Crowdfire is you can copy followers. So if you have a sports account and you want to copy followers from another really famous sports account, so you would type in a name of a sports account or a sports star or a player of a particular team, and then you would click on them, and it would allow you to mass follow up to, I think it's about 130 people at a time, maybe less, maybe more, but roughly that. And so you can just tap as fast as you can, follow 100 people, and then it cuts you off at that. And then you have to wait 1 whole hour in order to do that again. Let me just tell you, this is one of the fastest ways to grow your account. A lot of people follow to unfollow. I follow and I never unfollow. So that's just kind of what I do. Some people are really particular and about how many people they follow, and they don't want their follows to be more than how many people follow them. I don't really care. I'm just looking for people to reciprocate and follow me back. So you can do that. It's an awesome feature of that. Let's see, Fiverr. Fonto is what I create all my apps, all my posts with. I use Fonto and I use PicLab HD to create my high quality. Now I download pictures from Google. I try to search for royalty free. If I don't find royalty free, I'll choose a photographer or somebody's picture, and I'll always give credit in my description to who I took that picture from. Always give credit where credit is due. That's just a good rule of thumb to kind of abide by. Fonto and PicLab HD work the best with iPhones. They really suck for Androids. I'm sorry if you have an Android. You need to throw it in the garbage right now. No, I'm just kidding. I had an Android for many years, but I recently came over to iPhone after a long sabbatical. I used to have iPhones, but I went to Android. Now I have iPhones because my wife has iPhones and everything else. But those particular apps work really well with iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, you're in luck. If you don't, Try to search for something comparable. The reason I use Fonto is because you can do layering. So I can put an image, and then I can put an image of my logo on top of that image, and then I can put a filter on it. So there's a lot of features that you can use. Kik is awesome because you don't have to give people your email or phone number to message you. It's kind of like GroupMe, but it's more one-on-one. You can do group chat within Kik, but you can also do one-on-one. That's where I do all my business. That's where people contact me through my business. My business Kik is the Successor. If you want to download that app, search it. You can shoot me a message on Kik, the Successor. And Evernote is awesome for taking notes and jotting down things that are really important to you. That's where I keep all my hashtags, the different sets of hashtags that I go through. That's where I keep track of my clients that I'm doing shout campaigns for. When people hire me to shout them out, I keep track of them in there. It's all in the cloud, so you don't have to worry about if you forget your phone one day. Well, you can just log onto your computer or, a laptop or anything you want to get into that, and it's all in the cloud, which is awesome. I love that. Been using it for years. It's a great, great app. S for S, what the heck does that mean? I put share for share. A lot of people say it means shout for shout. It could be support for support. It doesn't matter what it means. It's when a user will tell you that they will shout at your account in exchange for you shouting out their account. And it's usually a very effective technique to get exposure. Again, this is about exposure, about getting your brand into as many followers in front of as many followers as possible, and potential clients, potential customers, just getting your name out there. Now, a good rule of thumb with share for share is, and I guess I was ignorant when I first started out, I would ask people with 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, and I only had like 800. I'd be like, yo, you want to share for share? One of my good buddies, the Success Messenger on Instagram, Success Messenger, he has almost 200,000 followers. When he was starting out and I was starting out, he probably had 60 to 80,000 when I first started, and I had, a couple hundred, 800. Well, I was invited into a group with him where he was kind of helping me grow, and I would always ask him, dude, let's do a share for share. Let's shout for shout. And he would ignore me, or he just wouldn't comply, he wouldn't get back to me. And I got so pissed. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you? You were being so rude to me. It was hilarious because I didn't realize that, I guess it's Instagram politics, that you're not supposed to ask somebody that has a ton of more followers than you to do share for shares. Now, if you're buddies and you have a relationship with this person, it's anyone's game. You can shout anybody you want out. I've shouted people with a couple hundred followers out just for the heck of it, just because they're, I like them or they were cool people. So it's not like a rule or a law, but it's kind of just like a hidden thing, a hidden rule in the background where you don't ask people that have like 20,000 more followers than you to do a share for share. It's just it's not like best practice. So usually try to share for share with people that have roughly the same amount of people that you do, and that would absolutely help you gain some more exposure. Now you can do 2-for-1s where you do, say, if I have 60,000, you have 20,000. You say, hey, Mark, I'm going to do two for one. You shout me out twice in exchange for me shouting you out once. So that's another way to do that. Let's see, hashtags. We're going to go into hashtags. One more thing about hashtags and why it's so important. This is kind of really cool. This is some research that I did recently. And you can read this along with me. To understand hashtags, we have to step back a few years. Basically, in 2007, Twitter began using hashtags for groups. They began hyperlinking the hashtags so they were searchable. A hashtag would lead you to all public posts linked to itself. Now you use hashtag for pictures, it leads you to all public pictures with that hashtag on it. So in 2014, all social media platforms began to use hashtags. That's kind of when the boom hit, and everybody was using hashtags. And there is this hilarious video on, who is it? Jimmy Fallon, where him and Justin Timberlake do a hashtag kind of parody and just joke. And it is absolutely hilarious. And they're like, hashtag, hey, hashtag, how are you? And it's just so funny. You should try to search that when you get a chance. So hashtags are absolutely huge. Remember what I said, 30 max, but you don't want to use more than 30 because it will absolutely just be too much and too overbearing for people. So get a handful, about 5 to 10, and kind of rotate through them. Let's see. We covered that, which apps you use, shout, importance of hashtags, where to get great images, and how to use them. So let's go to that real quick. Something really cool that I've recently found out is two really awesome websites that help you create incredible posts or just graphics in general. So the first one is snappa.io/app. And you can go ahead and search that in Google, or you can write that down now if you can jot that down, just that website name. Snappa.io/app is an incredible app that actually lets you, let's see if I can share it with you guys. Hey, I'm going to get out of here for a sec. And I am going to share with you, let's see, I don't even know if I have it up right now. Let's see. Hang on one sec. Bear with me. No, I think I closed it. So let me go back to this PowerPoint. Snappa is an awesome app where you can actually design and create awesome posts. The second one is Canva. Canva is incredible, where you can also do the same thing. I've created a couple really awesome graphics on Canva. And you can share it, and you can share it on your Facebook. You can share it on, you have to download it to your computer, then download it to your phone, then upload it. So you can basically like email it to yourself, and then you upload it to Instagram. Finding free images. This is a really, really great 4 different websites. Now there's probably plenty more out there. These are the ones that I came up with. Stocksnap.io is awesome. They're free, royalty-free images. They have really, really good content in there. Unsplash is another good one. Gratisography. What does that say? Gratisography. Sorry, my tongue is like definitely tied with that one. And then Negative Space. Now these are kind of in my bookmarks on my website. So I mean on my browser, so I don't have to mess with like searching for the names. So those are all websites that you can create free, that you can download free graphics from. And if you don't use royalty free images, definitely try to shout the person out or give them credit in your posts as well. Let's see. Why good is the enemy of great? And we're kind of coming to the end of this webcast. I did not want to keep you too long. I wanted to definitely keep it under an hour because I know how valuable all your time is. But good is definitely the enemy of great. Why is that? Because good is average. Everybody can have a good Instagram out there, but there are few that have great Instagrams. There are Instagram accounts I view all day long that are good, but there are some Instagram accounts that I view that are absolutely great. And you could just tell by the quality of pictures. You can tell by the quotes that they use, how crisp and clean, and the vibrant colors that they use. And, there are some great, great, great accounts out there. Build the best Instagram page in your niche. This is my biggest recommendation is, there was a quote, I think Martin Luther King Jr. said it, that if you're going to be I got to find this quote, but he said basically, if you're going to be something, be the best that you can be. If you're going to be a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper that you can be. If you're going to be a garbage man, be the best garbage man that you could be. Be the best in your market. Well, if you're going to develop an Instagram account, be the absolute best Instagrammer that you can possibly be. And so how do you be the best? Well, you need training. Training is going to get you to where you need to get to. How did I become the best? I went through training. I went through a boot camp from Millionaire Insider, man. This is his conversion boot camp that I went through, and he helped me to develop a product. He helped me to develop, a marketing campaign. He helped me to develop ideas on the target audience that I want to reach. Well, I would have never been able to get to the place that I am today and kind of develop a firm, a business out of this that's generating income for me, if I didn't have someone mentoring me and training me how to do it. Well, why do I say that? Well, I have a boot camp challenge that many of you have already heard about. Many of you have actually contacted me and are interested in it, and many of you have already signed up. It's a 6-week training boot camp where I go in really, really heavy and really, really deep, and kind of go beyond just basic 101 marketing of Instagram. Some of the things that I cover are Instagram marketing 201. This is basically intermediate training, Instagram SEO optimization, how to find these keywords, how to find your target niche that you really want to search after, finding your why and how to overcome challenges. Man, I've been through a lot of challenges in the last 6 months. Well, I give tips and show you strategy on how to overcome those challenges. Instagram analytics and measuring your success. There's tons of tools and platforms out there where you can actually analyze your progress and find out what you're doing and what works and what doesn't work. You can hold contests, and we kind of talk about how to develop a contest and how to gain more followers through contests, how to target specific niche market, spelled that wrong, niche market and local market people. So there's a way on Instagram, I don't know anybody else that knows this because nobody showed me this, I kind of stumbled on this, where there's a way on Instagram where you can follow people in your local area, anywhere in the world. If you have a specific place that you can search for, you can do that, and you can begin to like and target those people to follow you back. And so that's kind of some of the things that we go into, really just deep Instagram marketing, capturing email leads and why growing your list is absolutely crucial to your success, and building a lead magnet and how to attract leads. Now, these are some of the things we're going to cover. There's probably tons and tons more of hours of information that we're going to cover within this boot camp, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what we offer. I hope that through this free training that I gave you, that it gave you a jump start and it kind of pumped you up and it motivated you to kind of want to really dive in deeper to this awesome world of Instagram. I'm going to stop sharing this right now. And just kind of talk to you for a moment, and then we'll end. And then if you have any questions or comments, you can talk. We have a kind of like a little chat set up in the side here. But yeah, that's my whole Instagram 101 spiel, and I really appreciate you guys coming here. We have there's a little showcase area. I don't know if it's going to pop up for you on the side of your page, but this item is currently shown to your audience. Good. So we have one particular link that is a link to sign up for this boot camp. So I'm offering this boot camp right now it's originally $4.99, and it's going to be packaged and repackaged on my website, and it's going to be sold for $4.99. And there are people that are going to pay for that because it's intense training that is going to really up your business, take your business to the next level. So I'm offering it for $1.99 right now, only to this group of people that are watching or going to watch this replay shortly. It's going to be $1.99. Usually I offer it for $2.99 to other groups, but this is $1.99. I'm going to keep this offer up for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to take it down. So if you click on that link, if you're really excited and you're like pumped and you want to dive into it, you click on that link and you can go ahead and reserve your spot. If you want more information and you want to Skype and you want to kind of contact me, you can do that. Get a hold of me through thesuccessor@gmail.com, or you can kick me through the Kick app at The Successor. Search for me there. But we're going to go into 6 long weeks. It's going to be about an hour and a half each week of videos that I'm going to drop to you. I'm going to invite you to a private mastermind Facebook group where only just people that are attending this boot camp are going to be a part of, and I'm going to give you PDFs to follow. There's going to be homework. My goal is to get you to gain your first 10,000 followers within this 6-week period that we're doing this boot camp. That's my goal. And so I will coach you along the way. I will give you a strategy and idea on how to do that. I'll help you gain exposure by shouting you out personally through my account several times throughout this boot camp. And there's tons more things. I have a video course from a friend of mine that he's going to allow me to share with you as well as an added bonus. So if you're interested, again, click that link. I'm not going to blab anymore on this InstaCast, but I wanted to kind of give you a whole bunch to chew on, some free content, stuff that, man, it has taken me hours and hours and months to figure out on my own. And if I had somebody showing me this ahead of time, I'd be 100,000 plus followers already at this point, 6 months in. So I really appreciate you guys coming here. Again, my name's Mark, the Successor. I'm going to leave that link up for about 15 more minutes, and it'll take you to a landing page where you click, buy now, and then you can go right to the shopping cart and purchase your membership to this Instagram Money Making Mastery Bootcamp, which is 6 weeks long. And if you want any more questions, I have a little question and answer box that should be open at this point. If you have any questions, I can answer them for you. If not, I can share with you my blueprint real quick. You can check that out. You want to check out my blueprint? Let's see. Here's my blueprint. It's one of them. Hang on. Let's see. All right. Here's my blueprint that I created. This is $10. And I'll throw this in for free if you buy the course right now. It's the Instagram Money Making Mastery Blueprint. And this kind of it gives you some stats. We're probably at 4 million active users now. Finding your niche, trains about how to find your niche. A lot of stuff we talked about now, but kind of a little deeper. Picking a name, how to pick a name. This is that page I was telling you about. My name is the Successor. Hello, who, what? Nobody cares because nobody knows who you are. How to post some epic content. It's just a great thing I put together. I think it's like 28 pages. How to throw in call to actions, which we didn't even cover in this session. Call to actions are very important, and they basically trick your person reading your post into responding to you and clicking on something. This is some other websites that help you with analytics, why hashtags are important, your description, pushing yourself to the limit. This was a month ago that I created this, so I was at 45,000 a month ago. I'm at 60 something now. Some hacks that I've learned. A publishing app where you can publish your posts ahead of time and just kind of let them launch. How to make money, different areas to make money on Instagram. How to grow your account through 3 ways to make money: brand ambassador, Instagram advertiser, or making a product or service is basically what I'm doing. And this is, give you unlimited potential. And you can do this in any niche. I don't care if you're a makeup artist or if you're a car salesman. So our boot camp is available probably for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Again, get a hold of me on Kick, the Successor, or email me right away, thesuccessor@gmail.com. If you're ready to launch out into the deep, we'll stop sharing this. If you're ready to launch out into the deep, go ahead and click that button that's in your showcase that says join the tribe. Awesome. So excited. You want to go deeper. You can just click that and it'll bring you to the landing page where you can register and buy in. That's about it. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, if you have any questions, get a hold of me. I'm going to put on some music for a couple minutes, and we're just going to chill. And that's about it. All right. Thanks again, guys. If you have any questions, I'll leave this chat open for a couple minutes. In case you have any questions, drop them in there, and I'll answer them for you. All right. putting on YouTube and they have the advertisements in the beginning. So annoying. So let me drop that beat real quick. A little house music will play. There we go. All right, I'll come back to the chat in just a minute. If you have any questions, write them in there. If not, I'll talk to you in a few. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.